Kiamba nails that three-pointer, extends the lead out to 4. It's a 14-10 lead now. 4:34 left on the clock. Georgian starting to put together an offensive attack. The reverse by Tyler Vanessen is good. He had a huge game last game with 31 points. Working the outside, La Cite is trying to get that ball to the middle. A good play by Tyler Vanessen to break up that offense, but they get the ball back and a mid-range jumper is going to go. That was David Ngoe. Going to the basket, Tyler Vanessen gets the hoop and the harm. A three-point play he can convert here at the line.
That's the count for Tyler Vanessen. Cite foul, number 5, David Ngoe. That's his first personal team foul, number 4. For line, shooting 1, Tyler Vanessen.
Vanessen's free throw is good. He converts the three-point play. Grizzlies now down by just 1 point. Aruna Diop with the ball. Cross court. Ramsey's going to end up open. He drives it to the basket. Through Vanessen. No call called. Sean Dutton grabbing another rebound. He's been strong on the defensive board so far tonight. And there's an errant pass from John Bukhari to Tyler Vanessen that results in a turnover. Be Coyote ball on their own defensive baseline. Kiamba heading up floor, Marshall in coverage. Going to his left, pass it out. The shot is up. He was wide open for the three, but no good. Attempt was by John Annalise. Inside. Call goes against Aruna Diop there on the play. That's against the Coyotes.
That's his first personal. Grizzlies are in the bonus for the line, Daniel Martin.
Daniel Martin good on the first of 2. Goes 1 of 2 at the line, and the Coyotes take over possession. Trying to find some space. Aruna Diop. Call ends up going against Sean Dutton.
Fouls on Georgian number 7, Sean Dutton. That's his second personal team foul, number 2.
Bouge le ballon, bouge le ballon.
Setting up the offense. Ball goes to the corner. And staying in the corner, Daniel Martin in coverage, driving to the net. Shot a little short, gets a second chance at it, and they're going to head to the line to shoot 2. Call goes against Ben Tofill. It's Georgian's 3rd team foul of the quarter. La Cite has 5, so any foul against the Grizzlies does go to the foul line. David Ngoe, no good on the first attempt. And good on the second. David Marshall heads up floor. Vanessen losing it. Diop driving through contact. No call is made, but it was tipped in by David Ngoe. They'll bring in some subs now. Kyle Williams-McIntosh checks in the game. Daniel Martin heads to the sideline. It's David Marshall taking the inbound pass, heading up floor. Georgian setting up their offense here. Tofil trying to free up some space away from his defender, but couldn't do so. It's Damian Wilson with the ball now. To Tofil. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Marshall drives. It's out to Wilson, and he's going to get called for being out of bounds. That back foot stepped out as he established his drive towards the basket. It is a turnover, and La Cite takes over possession. Ramsey with the ball. Mego in coverage. Spinning away from Mego and towards the paint, has to back away for Lafont Henry to take over. He drives. Pass to no one in the paint. Williams McIntosh is there. Now Vanessen driving. Didn't see any contact there, but from the angle the ref had, can understand why he may have thought so. And nonetheless, it's going to be one shot for Tyler Vanessen.
La Cite fouls number 3, John Anulis. That is his first personal.
So Vanessen converts the three-point play, and the Grizzlies cash in on a questionable call against La Cite. And head coach Tom Hodge wants some clarification as to what the call was, who it was on. It's Ramsey with the ball. Lafont Henry with him to the right. That's where the ball is going. Mego's in coverage. He spins away from him, passes to the corner. Now top of the arc. Shot is up. And that's air ball. No good from La Cite. Number 3, John Analis. No good on the attempt. And a bit of an unnecessary foul there is going to give Grizzlies 2 shots at the free throw line here. It's going to be a hold. The call goes against Mitch Lafont Henry. Mego good on the first. Two for two. Grizzlies lead by 2. 1:27 left to go in the first quarter. Diop heading up the floor. An errant pass in the corner is going to be lost. And that's a turnover for La Cite. They're going to call a timeout, not going to get it in time. Georgian will head up court. Outside, Williams McIntosh for 3. It's good. Looked good the whole way. The dish comes from Anthony Mego, and now the La Cite timeout will come in. Georgian establishes their biggest lead of the game. They're leading by 5, 24-19. 1:09 left to go in the first quarter. Brandon Ramsey inballs the pass. Ulrich Kiamba on the receiving end. They pass back and forth. It's Ramsey at the top of the arc. Pass inside, a dime. Perfect right to Annalise, and he finishes it off for the 2 points. Cite within 3 of the Grizzlies as Anthony Mego sets up the offensive possession. It's Mego stepping back and shooting. Ball's up but short. It's rebounded by Diop. And pressure put on by Anthony Mego forces Diop into a double dribble. 39.5 seconds left on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock as Grizzlies take over possession. And Mego's got some space. He'll shoot the mid-range jumper, and that's good. Easy money for Anthony Mego. 9 seconds separate the shot clock, game clock. Cite in possession. Outside, Diop takes a step right and drives the lane. Nikhil McIntosh is there, stripping the ball. So now there is no shot clock. Anthony Mego in possession, crossing the half mark. Calling the play and directing traffic. Tofil receives the pass. He looks left. It's going to go right. Daniel Martin now, 6 seconds left to go. The shot's up. Does not fall. Cite with 2 seconds. They'll get a shot up. Ramsey, close, but just not enough. It's going to be a 5-point lead for the Grizzlies at the end of the first quarter, 26-21 in favor of Georgian. So a high-scoring, highly competitive first quarter in favor of the Grizzlies. Two teams going to break for a quick intermission. We'll do the same. We'll see you for the second quarter. As we prepare to start the second quarter, it is the 6-7 Georgian Grizzlies out on top by 5 points, on top of the 2-11 Cite Coyotes. It was a back and forth first half. Both teams had a lead at some point throughout the first quarter. And Georgian put together a stretch towards the end, and that's where we are as of now. Daniel Martin in possession, a pass underneath to Vanesson. Daniel Martin now with the inbound pass. He goes to John Bukhari. He drives right, takes to the lane, to the basket, gets the two. Good take by John Bukhari. Kiamba in possession. Ramsey is wide open in the corner, but Kiamba didn't see him. Diop. Midu grabs the ball that was tipped by Vanesson. Now Kiamba, through some contact, gets the shot up and in. It was contested, but Kiamba doing a good job to get it to fall. John Bukhari now in possession. Midu working against Tofil. Vanesson open. Shots up. He wanted the call. So they do call the foul against number 3. So that's John Analis. But it's after the shot, so no shooting foul, and it'll be an inbound from the sideline. Martin goes into Vanesson. Vanesson working the post, gets the shot off. Looked like it might have been tipped as he released it. Good enough work by Analis to contest the shot. Back the other way now. Ulrich Kiamba's shot is up and good. Coyotes within 3. Ramsey in coverage on Bukhari as Vanesson takes the pass. Tofil keeps that from going off him out of bounds, and Georgian's going to retain possession on the offensive baseline. Two Grizzlies check into the game. It's Anthony Mego, joined by William Hausman. Kyle Williams-McIntosh comes out, but before that's completed, Grizzlies going to call a timeout, talk things over, drop a play for their offensive possession coming up just after the break. .834 remains in the second quarter. It's a 3-point Grizzly lead, and they have the ball. Vanesson receives the inbound pass, and now wide open, Daniel Martin under the basket. That's exactly why they called that timeout. A very well drawn up play by head coach Matt Colson. 2 points for the Grizzlies. Kiamba and the Coyotes coming back the other way. Analis puts the shot up. No good. Mego grabs the board. He's able to fight off two Coyotes. Vanesson, contested by Kiamba, was enough to just get the shot to miss the mark. Unless Cite crosses half. It's Ramsey. Midu with the ball. Martin working against him. Now Kiamba as they switch. It's poked away by Vanesson. Good defensive play. Hausman now as he makes one last pass to Bukhari. Martin grabs the rebound. Someone was bound to get it. Daniel Martin finally finishes that play off. It took a couple tries, but they get the 2 points. And a 7-point lead now for the Grizzlies. Diop drives, and he's going to get the call. He'll head to the line, shoot 2. It's going to go against Tyler Vanesson.
Foul on Georgia number 6, Tyler Van Nessen. That's his first personal team foul. 1.
Aruna Diop at the foul line. He's good on the first. No good on the second. Vanesson grabs the rebound. Bukhari tries to go down court to Martin, but it's picked off by Ramsey, and now La Cite has a chance to come back the other way. Ramsey driving gets Mego. In the corner, Kiamba, the two-pointers up, no good. Ramsey grabs the offensive board right into the paint. Kiamba misses that one, gets a third attempt, finally fouled on the third try.
Georgia fouls on number 8, John McCarty. That's his first personal.
It's the first foul against Bukhari.
Full line for La Cite, number 0, Ulrich Ayama.
Now Ulrich Kiamba shooting 2. Good on the first. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. Now a couple subs. Steve Bacamba is going to check into the game. He takes John Analis. Mego to Vanesson, handing off to Martin as he swings around. He has to dish it out to Bukhari, who calls the play. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Far side, Vanesson driving. Get through the contact, doesn't get the shot to fall, but will head to the line to shoot 2.
Fouls on La Cite, number 10.
Tyler Vanesson with 2 shots coming up. Has a chance to extend the lead out to 6.
Number 6, Tyler Van Essen.
The Grizzly lead currently sits at 4. He's good on the first. Vanesson goes 2 for 2. It's a 34-28 Grizzlies lead. 6:37 left to go in the second quarter. Diop driving, stolen from Dutton, and Dutton will hand it off to Martin for the breakaway. He'll lay it up and in, and another 2 points for the Grizzlies. Come easy off the steal by Dutton. It's Ramsey in possession. Driving his left side, step back jumper. That's no good. Mego grabs the board. And now another fast break by the Grizzlies. Daniel Martin up through the contact. It was contested, and that's going to force the Coyotes to take a timeout. Grizzlies establish a 10-point lead, 38-28, 6:07 left to go in the second quarter. Coyotes need to talk it over. As play resumes, it's a 10-point Grizzly lead. Ulrich Kiamba in possession as La Cite heads up floor. Diop with the ball. That's Bikamba off the mark on his first attempt of the game. Just checked into the game, and his first shot's a miss. Yusuf Midu gets called with the foul. That's the third for La Cite this quarter. So they're risking getting into the bonus for the second quarter in a row. And if I'm the Grizzlies, I'm saying get to the paint, try and get to the free throw line. Mego driving the paint, going with the left hand. Big swap by Midu. That's a great block. Length of Yusuf Midu put on display there as Mego had a step on him, but Midu was able to cover that ground no problem. Gets the block, but it is Grizzly ball on the baseline. Pass goes out to Vanesson. Over to Bakari. Inside to Martin. He spins off Diop. Tried to pass it underneath to Dutton. It did get there. Now far side for Vanesson. Fakes out a defender. Gets a shot up. Dutton with another rebound, but he loses that off his foot and does go out of bounds. Cite takes over possession. Sean Dutton having a good game on the boards as he has throughout the season. Diop in possession is now Kiamba. Shots up by Kiamba. Three-pointer is good. He's made a couple tonight. He's their leading scorer for the Coyotes. Bakari drives. That's another call against Yusuf Midu. John Anilis coming into the game for the Coyotes. Kyle Williams-McIntosh checks in for the Grizzlies. Bakari to Mego, shots up and good. That's a two-pointer. Leads back out to 9 for the Grizzlies. Kiamba driving. A hop step. Good take, but couldn't finish it. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Georgian fouls on number 10, Anthony Mego. That's his first personal. The line for last occasion over Kiamba.
Damian Wilson coming into the game for Anthony Mego. As Ulrich Kiamba prepares to shoot 2. Good on the first. Second shot no good. Dutton does a good job of covering that up, getting the rebound. Williams-McIntosh for his second three of the game. That one's off the mark. Wilson saw it the whole way, grabbed the rebound, and now McIntosh gets a second opportunity, and he does no wrong with that one. A two-pointer for the Grizzlies. Leads extended out to 10. Brandon Ramsey with the ball. Bikamba picked off by Williams-McIntosh. Now Dutton gets fouled as he went up for the 2. That was Steve Bikamba. Should have just let him take it to the rim.
Basket's good. Fouls on Cite number 1, Steve Kiamba. That's his first personal. The line shooting 1, Sean Dutton.
Sean Dutton now with the opportunity to convert the three-point play. And it's good. Lafont Henry with the ball. Williams-McIntosh in coverage. Dribbling left. He picks up his dribble and has to pass to the corner. Brandon Ramsey trying to establish some space. Kiamba working against the zone defense. 3 seconds to shoot. Lafont Henry taking it to the rim. A desperate shot. Gets off and rebounded by Diop. Good job by Diop as he works in the post now and will head to the free throw line. He got fouled, and he'll have the chance to shoot 2.
Georgia fouls on number 7, Sean Dutton. That's his third personal.
So with the Grizzlies already in the bonus, Cite only needs to draw one more to get themselves in the bonus. A lot of fouls so far in this first half. Aruna Diop, good on the first. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. It's now Bukhari setting up the offense for the Grizzlies. Daniel Martin has the ball. Diop covering him. He's trying to go inside Vanesson. Has to settle, going to the top for Bukhari. And now he's hoping to drive the paints. 8 seconds to shoot. Looking for somewhere to go with the ball. Far side, Williams McIntosh. He'll get a step. Just puts up the shot off the rim, and Wilson grabs the rebound. Damian Wilson, great hustle play. He's now going to set himself up with a chance at an assist. No, it's passed off of Vanessa, and he drives through the contact. And that's going to be called as a block, probably because he's in the semicircle below the rim. He was set standing tall, but he was in the semicircle below the rim, so it gets called as a block, and he'll have a chance for 2 at the free throw line. Vanesson cashes in the first attempt from the free throw line. Two for 2 from the free throw line. 13-point lead for Georgian. 3 minutes left to go in the first half. LaFonri with the ball. And Alis tries to go with the sky hook. It's no good. He gets fouled on the second opportunity. So he'll have a chance at a 3-point play as the basket counts. The call goes against Tyler Vanesson, so now both teams in the bonus. No good from the free throw line, but Diop grabs the rebound. Now La Cite has a chance at a 4-point play. It's Vanesson grabbing that rebound. He cleans up the defensive possession for the Grizzlies as Daniel Martin comes back the other way. Bukhari to Vanesson. Williams McIntosh now to the middle. Outside, Damian Wilson puts up the off-balance shot. Wasn't a high percentage look. It doesn't go, and now Brandon Ramsey back driving on Bukhari. Kiamba pumps and goes up to the rim. It's no good. He was contested by 3 Grizzlies, and now Bukhari heads up floor. Has nowhere to go with the ball and turns away from the basket. Vanessa now open for 3. No good. Flo Henry boxes out, grabs the rebound. And now driving the lane himself with the left hand. It doesn't go. Pass out to Damian Wilson now. Driving. He'll go to his left. No good. And Wilson tips it out of bounds, trying to get that rebound. 1:46 left to go in the first half. Georgian's going to take a timeout. So Georgian out on top, 11-point lead. They lead 47-36. We'll be back in 50 seconds. Flo Henry inbounds the pass, gets it back. Now a long pass. That's a well-executed offensive possession by the Coyotes, as Annalise finishes it off with the 2 points over Tyler Vanessen. Tyler Vanessen back the other way, though, with a very acrobatic drive and score. It's a great response after getting scored on in the defensive end. And Brandon Ramsey steps out of bounds as he tried to drive the baseline.
Defense. Done, deny first pass.
1:15 left to go in the first half. John Bukhari crosses half for the Grizzlies. Pass it to Houseman. Houseman establishes his possession. Now Vanessen with space takes the shot. It's no good. Unable to get a clean hand on it was Annalise, and now Bukhari to Vanessen. Easy 2 for Tyler Vanessen and the Georgian Grizzlies. And it's been a problem for the Coyotes all night. Pressure from a couple Georgian defenders. It's forcing mistakes by the Coyotes. That one's a travel. A turnover, an extra chance to score and build on their lead for the Grizzlies. Already have a very high scoring half, and that's just a careless foul there against John Annalise, who will likely get pulled from the game after that one. He will head to the bench. Makan Salim Koulibaly checks into the game now for the Coyotes. Bukhari good on his first attempt. Two for 2 from the free throw line, John Bukhari. 45 seconds left in the first half. Lasite has it, heads up floor. Kulalali to Ramsey. No good on that attempt. Goes off the rim, out of bounds. Grizzlies will get the ball with 33 seconds left in a full 24. And we'll see how fast they head up court here. They can try and get a 2-for-1 score if they can get the ball in the basket before that 24 seconds. They pick up the dribble and head in. It's Bukhari, shakes off the defender, drives to the basket. It doesn't fall. However, they're going to call it goaltending. I definitely disagree with that call, but nonetheless, it's going to be called, and Grizzlies going to get 2 points out of it. I certainly didn't think that ball had reached its apex when being tipped. The Coyotes don't think so either, but the Grizzlies will capitalize on it and extend their lead. That's kind of the way it's gone for the Coyotes so far this half. A lot of calls not going their way. Kulalali spinning off his defender, shooting, but no good. Vanessen grabs the board. 12 seconds left to go, no shot clock. Can the Grizzlies get one in the basket before the end of the half? It's Bukhari in possession. He's got space driving out to Houseman. He'll put up his three-point attempt, and it's good! William Houseman with the buzzer beater puts up another 3. A great first half for the Georgian Grizzlies. They'll take a 58-38 lead into the half. Lasite came out very strong in that first quarter, but fell off greatly in the second. Now 20 points separate the two teams. It's Georgians' highest scoring half of the season. They average just 70 points per game, and they're at 58 at the half here. Strong offensive output from them here tonight. Before we take our halftime break, we'll have an OCAA Shoot for Cash contestant go up. He'll have 4 attempts and a chance of $1,000. We have had one person win it before last season.
Our fans stand. Now time for our OCAA Shoot for Cash contest. Scott is our lucky contestant today. You will have a chance to win $1,000 cash. You will attempt a layup starting from the three-point circle, a free throw, and a three-point shot. You'll be given 2 attempts at each shot. If he is able to make all 3 shots, then you'll be given 1 chance to shoot from half court for $1,000. Good luck, Scott.
He's got to make a layup, a free throw, a three-pointer, and a half-court shot. 4 shots separate him from $1,000, courtesy of the OCAA. Good on the first. He'll head to the free throw line where he has 2 attempts.
All right, we'll move on to the free throw.
No good on the first. Need a little bit more arc on the second. Good attempt. $1,000 is safe tonight. If you are interested in getting involved in the OCAA Shoot for Cash contest, come on out to any varsity home game. In between the half of both the men's and women's games, okay, one lucky contestant will have a chance at winning $1,000. Tomorrow, both teams are in action. Women at 1, men at 3. So come on out and get an OCAA Shoot for Cash ticket and have a chance to win $1,000 courtesy of the OCAA. Also, stay up to date with anything on Facebook by following us at Georgian Grizz. Any events, varsity news, anything going on at Georgian College Athletic Centre, follow Georgian Grizz on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Stay up to date with everything going on in the Athletic Center. We'll take a short break and be back in about 12 and a half minutes for the start of the second half. See you then. As the two teams return to the floor, welcome back to this matchup between the Cite Coyotes and the Georgian Grizzlies. It is Georgian ahead by 20 points, 58-38 at the start of the second half. Scoring leaders at through the first half. Leader in the game is Ulrich Kiamba with 18 points, and then leader for the Grizzlies, John Bukhari with 14. It's Kiamba working the offense. Goes inside, Annalise. Your first points of the second half. John Annalise finishes that one. It's Mego coming back the other way. He has to dish to Sean Dutton, top of the arc. He drives wide open with the left hand, gets the 2 to respond to that La Cite score. Maintaining the 20-point lead as Ulrich Kiamba enters the offensive half for the Coyotes. It's Bukhari in coverage, and he'll drive right. He got help from Martin, but right underneath the rim. Couldn't help there on the defense. He's just a little behind. Needed to get over there a little bit earlier, but come back the other way now. Martin goes inside to Vanessen, now working the post. Fakes, goes inside. That's Tyler Vanessen adding another 2. It's 14 on his total for the night. Double team in the post. They break away. He breaks away, shoots the 3. Off the mark, rebounded by Vanessen. Now Mego stumbles but gathers his balance and heads down floor. He'll take it, the one-man show. Down the floor, he split that floor right in half. Found the lane right down the middle. Diop for 2, rolls off the back of the rim. Tipped out of bounds, white ball. Mego carrying the ball up floor for the Grizzlies. And driving, but pass to the corner. Martin was open. Now Vanessen driving the middle of the floor. Dutton underneath the basket. He gets the 2. That's a dish from Tyler Vanessen. Ramsey trying to go inside, and he gets it there somehow between a couple of Grizzlies defenders. Nice pass by Ramsey. Good finish there by Annalise. It's Vanessen working against Diop in the post. Pass out to Mego, open for 3. It's good. It's a 25-point lead now for the Grizzlies. Midu in coverage by Dutton. Goes into the corner, tipped out of bounds by Mego. Coyotes will retain possession on the baseline. Midu inbounding the ball, goes over top to Annalise. Now Kiamba in coverage from Bukhari. He gets the pick to his right. Dutton knocked it away. Kiamba has to go to the floor, try to smother this ball up. Mego's all over him. That's going to put an end to the shot clock. Another good defensive possession by the Grizzlies. Mego takes the inbound pass and calls a play. Vanessen to Martin.
Back up, John.
Annalise in coverage. And now Mego with the step back jumper gets it to fall. Good shot by Mego. Shooting well to start the second half. And Georgian is continuing to score just like they did in the first. Ramsey. Good shot made there by John Annalise. Get the 2 for the Coyotes. Martin driving. Trying to get it outside, but it's picked off. Now Ramsey coming back the other way. He'll take it to the floor himself. Dutton gets the rebound. Dutton with the far side pass, cross court to Mego. He sets up the offense now, 16 seconds on the shot clock. Created the shot for himself. There's Mego with a three-point attempt, and a nice pass by Ramsey. He looked off the defenders, and he looked right, passed right down the middle, and his teammate was there to finish the job. Martin to Vanessa, and Vanessa working on Midu. Pass inside is picked off, and the breakout pass just kept alive. It goes off Dutton out of bounds. It'll give the Coyotes a chance to set up on offense.
Georgian takes timeout.
So Georgian will take a timeout with 5:35 remaining in the third quarter. It's a 71-48 lead. They'll talk things over. Out of the timeout break, David Marshall and Nikyle Williams-McIntosh will join the Grizzlies on-floor roster. They're two additions as two other Grizzlies head to the bench. That's Mego, one of them. Kiamba setting things up on offense for La Cite. Midu on the right side. Driving the baseline, runs out of space. Goes inside. That's a nice pass, nice finish. David Ngui finishes that off. Williams-McIntosh in possession. Underneath to Vanessa. Midu in coverage on him. Vanessa goes to the left hand. It's off the side of the backboard. A tough look there. La Cite driving. Pass inside. It's Midu going to the rim. Didn't get it to go. And now Dutton driving. With the right hand, he'll get the call there. Call goes against David Ngui. Dutton for two. No good on the first. He's got one more on the way. Good on the second. So 1 of 2 at the line there, Sean Dutton. So it's a 22-point lead now for the Grizzlies. LaFau Henry with the ball. And off of Ramsey, out of bounds. Marshall passes to Vanessa. Now Marshall looking for somewhere to go with the ball. He's got his dribble, picks it up now and passes to Vanessa. Bukhari matched up by Ramsey. He drives over top. He's got the lane. A little too much arc on that layup, and it doesn't go. Kiamba back the other way. Goes left, blocked by Dutton, but he's going to get called for it. That one didn't look like a foul, but I guess that evens up a couple missed calls that have kind of gone both ways throughout the game. Ulrich Kiamba headed to the line to shoot two. William Hausman will take Sean Dutton. No good on the first. Kiamba's got another attempt upcoming. Both teams have one foul this quarter. 4:18 remains on the game clock. Second one falls. 21-point lead now for the Grizzlies. John Bukhari inbounding the pass. He finds Williams McIntosh. Now they get a little bit of space and head up floor. Bukhari with the ball. Cuts right, drives, goes up with the right hand, gets it off the backboard to go. Good take by John Bukhari, who gets that lead back out to 23. Kiamba. Turned away by Vanessen. Now Houseman all over him. Has to go to Ramsey at the top of the arc. He takes a step in, step back. Now driving towards the lane. Has to pass out. Kiamba's open for three. Shots up. That's no good. Marshall grabs the rebound. And now a 3-on-1. Dishes it to Bukhari. Great defense by LaFaux Henry. Now Ramsey open. He drives and gets it to go. So he gets the hoop and the harm. He'll have a chance to convert a 3-point play at the free throw line.
Georgia fouls on number 4, David Marshall. That's his first personal.
David Marshall gets called. So it's just one shot for Brandon Ramsey. It does not fall. Houseman, Marshall ends up grabbing the rebound. To Vanessen. Vanessen looks left to Wilson. Wilson driving to the right side, loses the ball. Marshall's there to clean it up. Grabs it now out to Houseman. Corner for Williams McIntosh. That three's good. Georgian cleaned up that possession. What was almost a lost ball was picked up, passed around, and ends up in a 3-point make by Williams McIntosh. La Cite will try and respond. Brandon Ramsey with the ball now. Wilson in coverage. Driving through contact, gets the shot up, but he'll get called with a charge. Houseman stood tall, took the contact. Wilson receives the inbound pass and signals for all his teammates to head up floor. He's one-on-one with Ulrich Kiamba. He dishes it off to Vanessen. Williams McIntosh working against Bikamba. Marshall in the corner. Over top to Houseman, almost put off his dribble there. Wilson now trying to make a move on Kiamba. He'll take the jumper as he ran out of time on the shot clock. Low percentage look, does not fall. LaFaux Henry dishes to Midu. Midu puts the shot up. Now Georgian coming back the other way as it did not fall. Marshall taking it the whole way himself with the left hand, and it goes. Great take by David Marshall, an athletic finish. Midu trying to get through Vanessen. Vanessen stood tall, got his hand on the ball there too, disrupted the offensive play. And now Houseman driving, tried to go with the right hand, it doesn't go. Bikamba to Annalise, puts it up, off the rim and out. Second opportunity doesn't fall. Vanessen grabs the board. Williams McIntosh coming down floor. It's Marshall. He'll pick up the dribble. Vanessen shooting the two, no good. LaFaux Henry with the rebound. Now heads up floor for Bikamba, who has space. Pass it to LaFaux Henry. Now Midu underneath. Annalise fouled as he went up for the attempt. He'll have two shots. So it will not be a shooting foul. It'll be La Cite ball on the baseline. To the disbelief of a lot of Coyotes players, they're getting ready to set up for the free throws. And inbound to Diop. Diop back to Annalise. Goes with the left hand. Contested shot doesn't fall. Wilson's there for the rebound. It's Anthony Mego. Underneath to Tofil. Tofil puts a couple steps in, fouled on the attempt. As he went up for that shot, he gets fouled. He'll head to the line for two. 79-53, Grizzly lead, 1:17 left on the game clock in the third quarter. Tofil's first attempt goes. 2 for 2 for Ben Tofil. Ulrich Kiamba will set things up on offense for the Coyotes. Kiamba with the shot, no good. Martin's there to rebound. 1 minute left to go in the third quarter as Mego takes the out-breaking pass. Tried to put a little drop pass, but it's intercepted. Now Diop driving, gets the 2.
Help, John! Help! Help!
Mego trying to find some space. He goes over top and directs Tofil.
Help, John! You can help on that!
Daniel Martin now passing to Mego. He was covered by Kiamba. Didn't have that open look for 3. 5 seconds to shoot. He's driving. Mego is out to the corner. Wilson shoots, and that's good. The 3-point attempt falls. That puts an end to the shot clock for the quarter. 16 seconds left to go on the game clock. Coyotes heading up floor. It's Kiamba in possession. Wilson in coverage. Goes right into the middle of 3 white jerseys. Somehow the ball got there, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll be off a Coyote. So the Grizzlies have 5.8 seconds to work with, and Anthony Mego can run up floor and put a shot up if he so chooses. He certainly has the space to do so right now. He may be forced to make a pass now unless he can cut away from his defender. They'll tend to a wet spot on the floor quickly before that.
Steve, where's your man? Step up on it.
Now, if Mego can break away from his defender and not have anyone in front of him, I imagine he'll take this ball all the way up floor. He has the space and the space in front of him. Will do so. Takes the 2. No good. Houseman tried to grab the board, but not in time. Time expires in the third. Good play there by Mego to try and to get the shot. It'll be an 84-55 lead that the Grizzlies take into the fourth quarter. As the two teams break for the third intermission, so will we, and we'll be back in 2 minutes to bring you the fourth quarter. As we prepare to get fourth quarter action underway, it's the Grizzlies taking an 84-55 lead into the fourth quarter. Your scoring leaders remain the same after 3. Total in the game, Ulrich Kiamba is your scoring leader with 21 points. For the Grizzlies, John Bukhari leads with 16. 16 is the second highest total in the game. Mego receives the inbound pass, and the fourth quarter is underway. LaFond Henry in coverage. The pass intended for Tofil didn't get to him, and that's a turnover to start the fourth quarter for the Georgian Grizzlies. Fighting to get a basket. The Coyotes retain possession after a couple rebounds. Diop now will head to the line to shoot 2.
Good try, John. Good try.
Georgia fouls number 24, William Houseman. That's his first personal team foul, number 1. The line for Las Mateas is number 2, Aruna Diop.
Diop's first is good. Aruna Diop gets his 7th point of the night with that second free throw score. It's now Mego heading up floor for the Grizzlies. He looks left, drives left, has space. And he'll get the hoop and the harm. He was contacted midair on that attempt, but he gets the shot to fall, holding his right hand as he comes up. His right wrist, but looks like he'll be okay. He'll stay in the game to shoot the free throws. Scott Smith checking into the game for the Grizzlies, his first action of the night. And Mego converts the three-point play. A 30-point lead now for the Grizzlies, and they're sitting at 87 points. They average just 70 points per game this season, so just goes to show how efficient they've been offensively tonight. Really making the most of this opportunity to go up against a lower-tier team. Has had a difficult season, sitting at 2-11, but they came out fiery tonight. The first quarter was a really competitive quarter. Georgian just broke away in the second and haven't looked back. Kiamba directs traffic for the Coyotes. Bikamba pass almost intercepted by Wilson. And Kiamba, Cite had to put up a desperate last-second shot before the game clock expired. Mayo comes back the other way, scores 2, building on that lead for the Grizzlies. Diop with the ball, setting things up on offense. Goes to the corner for Kiamba. Shots up by Diop, it's no good. Ball almost tipped away by Damian Wilson there, but off of a Coyote and out. Georgian retains possession. So now Matt Colson, working with a bit of a lead, is starting to play with his rotation a bit, get some guys into the game, get some guys some action that don't see the floor every game. Checking into the game here tonight, number 14, Josiah Crooks. Midu tips the ball away and throws it down floor. Smith will set himself up for defense, and John Analis gets 2 chances at it. Grabbed his board and then scored on the second chance opportunity. David Marshall comes back the other way for the Grizzlies. LaFond Henry in coverage. Marshall driving, dishes out to Crooks. Crooks puts up the 3-point attempt. It's no good. Wilson was in position to grab the rebound, but he collided midair with Scott Smith. They both went for the ball and caused Wilson to lose possession. However, Georgian still has the ball. Crooks will inbound from the offensive sideline. Near side for those watching at home. It goes inbound to Marshall. Tippy toes the baseline. It's kept alive before Houseman can't get a handle on that pass, and Midu makes the steal. Kiamba trying to tippy toe that baseline. Is tipped out by a Grizzly. Coyotes retain possession. John Bukhari checking into the game for the Grizzlies. Brandon Ramsey checks in for the Coyotes. LaFond Henry passes to Bikamba. Now Analis working underneath. Can't get that skyhook to fall. Scott Smith comes up with the rebound. Bukhari crosses half and sets things up on offense. Cite preparing to take a timeout, so if Georgian scores on this possession, play will be called. Wilson with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Passes to Crooks. Crooks got to get a shot up as he drives. And he gets it to fall. And that'll cause La Cite to take a timeout. 7:16 remaining. It's an 89-59 lead for the Grizzlies. Sorry, make that 91-59 as the score updates. Mitch LaFond-Henry takes the inbound pass. Ramsey open for three. He'll take it, and it goes. Scoring out of that timeout break. Brandon Ramsey nails the three. Bukhari now turns away from the basket, tried to dish it to Crooks. It was tipped out of bounds. Now Crooks will inbound as Georgian retains possession. Bukhari received that inbound pass. It was tipped. So as Grizzlies head coach Matt Colson gets assessed a technical. He's given the officials a little bit of grief for what he thought should have been a foul call, as Bukhari got swatted as he held the ball just before half. Ramsey can't make good on the technical free throw attempt. So back where we just were, Crooks will inbound from the offensive sideline. Inbound goes to Bukhari. Now Scott Smith open for three, shots up, and it falls as the shot clock expires. Ramsey shot up. That one no good. He can't go back-to-back three-pointers. Yusuf Midu gets called for that foul. Damon Green now checking into the game for the Grizzlies as Damian Wilson heads off. John Bukhari, the only starter for the Grizzlies that remains on the floor. Scott Smith being smothered by Midu. Bukhari now working against LaFond-Henry. Now Houseman pumps and dishes to Bukhari. Bukhari with the three. Good play by Houseman and Bukhari. Complementary to one another. Bukhari was wide open, nails the three-point attempt. Ramsey working against Green in coverage. And Smith turned away with a double dribble. Scott Smith turned Ramsey away. And Ramsey will be assessed a technical for kicking the ball away. Things are just kind of falling apart for the Coyotes with 5:48 remaining in the fourth quarter. Just a careless little It'll be Damon Green attempting the technical free throw.
So line for the Grizzlies, number 35, Damon Green.
No good on the technical free throw. So with 5:48 remaining in the fourth quarter, it's a 97-62 lead for the Grizzlies. Georgian has the ball on their baseline, just preparing for an inbound pass from Osiah Crooks into David Marshall. David Marshall fighting off a couple of defenders and finding space for himself. He's quick and has a quick dribble. He's able to get away from a couple Coyotes there as they put the pressure on him. Now Houseman to Smith. Smith, a mid-range jumper, doesn't go. Houseman tries to rebound. Fighting for it. Crooks comes up with the board, puts it out to Houseman. Houseman can't knock down the mid-range jumper. Finally, a call will be made. Call goes against Scott Smith, and La Cite will take over on possession.
Georgian foul, number 34, Scott Smith. That's his first personal.
So Bakamba's shot doesn't get knocked down there. It was a three-point attempt, and now Ramsey to LaFond Henry. Trying to find some space. Pass was intended for Bakamba. Smith just knocked it out of bounds. Good awareness on defense by Scott Smith, making a couple plays as he has come into the game early in the fourth. Now Ramsey, the three-point attempt. Green grabs the rebound and dribbles it out. Passes down court, tipped out of bounds by LaFond Henry. Marshall sets things up on offense for the Grizzlies. Damon Green open for three. It doesn't go. Houseman grabs the rebound, and this game moving in a bit of slow motion on this offensive possession. Finally, as 9 seconds on the shot clock remains, some speed picks up, and Green's fires an errant pass. He's looking for Houseman underneath the basket. La Cite taking over. And if you're Georgian with 6 games left in the season, this is a good win for you. You know, you're hosting OCAAs at the end of February, and you got a 2-11 team coming in to your building. This is definitely a game that you wanted to solidify, take control of, as they have as of the second quarter. They've looked good and can feel comfortable about where they are at this point of the season. They still got some games to develop and build a young group to get ready for a push in the OCAA championships. As hosts, they'll get an opportunity that otherwise may not come their way based on where they are in the standings, but as you can string together a couple of wins late in the season, you can certainly build your resume and look like a credible team entering the tournament. They want to make a push, potentially win this thing in front of their home crowd. They'll have great competition coming into it, but getting a win here tonight and in comfortable fashion against La Cite is a good stepping stone to being where you want to be at the end of the year. David Marshall drives. It's turned away. La Cite coming back the other way now. Ramsey is wide open, will pull the three-pointer, and it's good. That'll force Matt Colson to call timeout and make sure his team finishes this game strong. It's a 99-65 lead, 3:29 left to go in the fourth quarter. Matt Colson and his group will talk it over, finish this one out strong. We'll be back in 50 seconds. 3:29 left on the clock in this fourth quarter, and barring a miracle by the Cite Coyotes, Georgian Grizzlies will take this game handedly. They lead 99-65 and are looking to break the 100 mark on this offensive possession. Damon Green has the ball, puts it to Tofil on top of the arc. Now Green working against his defender, looking for space, trying to drive but loses possession to the ball. Bicomba now, and Ramsey in the corner. Crooks putting the pressure on him, couldn't get a clean shot off, didn't even hit rim. Crooks doing a good job putting pressure on that offender there. And Crooks almost loses it. Pass was off the mark and tipped out of bounds.
Good job, Brandon.
Ball security definitely a point of focus closing out this game. If you can just hold on to the ball and close out these offensive possessions, you'll finish off the game. You can just run this clock out. David Marshall's three-point attempt doesn't go. Mitch LaFaux-Henry calls the play, and La Cité gets to work on offense. Wide open for three, but not a good shot. Falls short. It was a good look, good choice to shoot it, just didn't put everything on it. Now Crooks driving, gets the shot off the backboard, grabs his own rebound. Good hustle by Crooks. Now David Marshall on the outside for three. That one's off the mark. LaFaux-Henry grabs the rebound. Now 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining.
Marshall grabbed that ball cleanly, but will get called for the foul.
Foul on Georgian number 4, David Marshall. That's his third personal.
La Cité is in the bonus, so that foul puts him right to the free throw line, and 1:56 remaining. La Cité will build on their scoring total, but won't do them much good overall in this game. So Ramsey 2 for 2 from the line there. Crooks heads up floor. Green tried to tip it. Green just tried to give a little touch pass to Scott Smith. He got fouled as he did so.
That's his third personal.
It's Ramsey. He'll just pull up at the three-point line. Scott Smith grabs the board and dishes it out to Green. 1:35 left to go on the game clock. Nice pass from Green to the inside for Ben Tofil, who finishes it off. Easy bucket for the Grizzlies, and the celebrations are starting as Grizzlies just broke over 100 points. All the hungry fans in the crowd certainly wishing this was a Raptors game, but they won't get any free pizza here. Nonetheless, Georgian on their way to a victory. Something to celebrate. 1:18 remains on the clock as Steve Bicomba will shoot two. Good on the first. No good on the second. Tofil grabs the rebound. He dishes to Marshall. Just a couple possessions left for the Grizzlies. Marshall's fouled by Bicomba as he crosses half. It'll send Marshall to the free throw line. And
fouls. Number 1, Steve Bicomba. That's his third personal. So line for the Grizzlies. Number 4, David Marshall.
Marshall good on the first. Good on the second, goes 2 for 2. Georgia now up 103-68, and 1:07 left to go on the game clock. La Cite scores there. David Ngoe knocks down the mid-range jumper. For La Cite, it doesn't end up as a beautiful score, but they certainly did come out of the gates hot. They came out and gathered a 9-3 lead. They hit 3 straight three-pointers to start the game and looked like they were going to make it quite a contest, but Georgian really broke away in that second quarter, hit the halftime with a very big lead, double-digit lead. It's only grown here in the second half, and they've got to be happy to have eclipsed the 100-point mark as they close out this game here late in the fourth quarter. Damon Green tries the reverse layup. It doesn't go. Bikamba's shot misses the mark on that one, and that'll pretty much do it. David Marshall will dribble this one out. Georgian's going to take this one 105-73, and it's a long drive home for the La Cite Coyotes who have a tough outing here on the road at Georgian. Both the men's and women's basketball team in action tomorrow. Women play at 1, the men at 3. Come on out. Tickets are $5 at the door, or get them ahead of time. It's a big night for the Georgian Grizzlies. They wrap up a 105-73 win over the La Cite Coyotes and move to 7-7, 500 on the season, with a lot of good basketball still to come in the rest of their season. We'll be here for it tomorrow afternoon. Thank you for joining us. It was a great game, a great evening. Live on the call, I'm Sean McAvoy. Have yourselves a great night.